Does the silent treatment work in a marriage? Hey guys, my name is Danny and I'm your life and relationship coach, and we are talking about the silent treatment. First and foremost, my rule of thumb is communication is always key, right? So, always having an open dialogue with your partner, always discussing your issues, trying to have productive, effective communication, resolving issues. That is one of the primary foundational elements of a relationship that help you to be successful. Now, that is not always the case, right? I understand that. It's not possible to constantly be communicating with your partner. You're going to have arguments, they're inevitable. There are going to be periods of time where you are more pissed off than others. And that's going to involve maybe you having to pull back a little bit, not communicate as much. But does the silent treatment work? I never, ever, ever recommend the silent treatment. And the reason why is because it doesn't serve a positive purpose. Now, there are times in which I understand the silent treatment is necessary, right? So the first thing that I want to talk about is just circumstantially, right? What are the circumstances surrounding the silent treatment? Now, if it is because your partner has cheated on you, if it is because your partner is being disrespectful, it is because your partner, if it's a really severe things and you just need to pull away, right? To disconnect for a little bit in order for you to really kind of process, then I understand why you are utilizing the silent treatment. But even then, I don't necessarily like to call it the silent treatment. It's more so just kind of taking space, taking time to process, right? When people say the silent treatment, I usually feel like it's being weaponized, right? Well, I feel a particular way, so I'm going to not talk to my partner to punish them for what they did, to make them understand that what they did was a mistake, that they did this wrong, that they blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. It doesn't work out, right? It doesn't serve a positive function. It's not productive in any way. So really, it's about changing it depending on the severity of the situation and saying, no, actually, I'm just taking time and space. It's not the silent treatment. The silent treatment is your husband, your boyfriend, your partner does something wrong, and you decide to ignore them for the rest of the day, for a couple of hours, for a couple of days, because you feel it is the best way to punish them and for them to understand the severity of their actions. Well, that doesn't work. That's not good. You shouldn't be doing that, right? Because you're two grown adults in a relationship and you should be communicating with one another. That is how you're really going to be able to resolve issues. So if you ask me, do I think the silent treatment works in a marriage? The answer is no, it doesn't. And it shouldn't be utilized or used in any relationship whatsoever. And I want to be very clear. There's a difference between the silent treatment and then what we advise and recommend in regards to radio silence and no communication. Those are two very, very different things, right? Silent treatment and no contact, two totally different things. One serves a productive, healthy purpose, right? Which gives you the time to kind of step back, to reevaluate, to reinvest in yourself, to really just kind of become introspective. And again, it depends on your circumstance and the situation. Are you in a breakup? Are you in a separation? All those types of things play a role in how you approach your circumstance or your situation. The second thing, and again, just to reiterate, communication is the best policy. Talk it out. Open those lines of communication. And if you are not the best at communicating, I understand why that can be difficult, right? I can understand why it's hard to navigate difficult conversations if you don't know how to resolve conflict. And if this is something that you struggle with, I highly recommend purchasing the product that I created for you guys. It's a training and it will help you guys to understand the fundamentals of communication and how to resolve conflict. Because at the end of the day, that is what it's all about. You have to be able to communicate in order to resolve issues. And if you don't know how to do that, which my inclination is that it's a possibility if you're wondering whether the silent treatment works in a marriage or not, I highly recommend buying that product. It will change your perspective. It'll change the dynamic of your relationship, and it will help you to feel like you're actually able to express yourself in the way that you want to express yourself. It is a very detailed training. It breaks down again, like I said, the fundamentals and also learning how to resolve conflict. I have exercises that I provided for you. There's tips and tools. There's many different things that you can utilize from that training. Go over to the product section and purchase it if communication is specifically what you are struggling with. The last thing and the third thing, which I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video, is if you are utilizing the silent treatment as a weapon, don't do it. It's not going to work, right? And again, like I said in the video, silent treatment is never the good option. It's never the best option. Taking space, taking time, needing to be able to reevaluate, needing to be able to be introspective, all of those things are okay, but keep in mind, it still also involves communication. So I highly recommend to clients, if you are wanting to step away from a situation, if you are wanting to have some silence and some space, you still need to communicate to your partner and say, hey, I'm going to step away. I'm going to basically take some time for myself to really think about things. Please respect that boundary. You're still communicating. You're still letting your partner know. You're not just automatically going into a silent treatment and letting your partner wonder what the hell they did wrong if they don't even know what they did wrong, right? It's not going to be productive. It's not going to help anything in the relationship. It's not going to help your marriage. If anything, it's just going to break it down further, and you don't want that, right? Because then you have to put all the pieces back together again, and that can be a mess. It can be difficult to do that. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. I love having open dialogue with people. So if you have any tips, any tools, recommendations, questions, you can drop them down below. I try to read as many as possible. I also try to answer as many as possible as well. Maybe you just want a little bit more information, right? You want to dive a little bit deeper. You can visit us at www.happilycommitted.com, where we have a multitude of different articles and blogs and videos related to this subject and many other subjects as well. Maybe you just need a little bit more help, right? You feel like you need a tailored plan because your circumstance and your situation is very specific. You can book a one-on-one coaching session with myself or any of the other amazing coaches that we have on the team via the website. Again, my name is Danny. I'm your life and relationship coach. I hope you're staying happy and healthy, and I'll talk to you soon.